Okay. Good morning to all of them. Yes, welcome to this Thursday's class. I think you have studied the flow chart of classification of animals from this last class, and we are getting into the remaining section of the vertebrates. Okay, isn't it? So vertebrate. So what we can say about vertebrata? Yeah. What we can say about the vertebrata? Vertebrata is the group is classified from the chordata group, and from chordata it is classified like nontopod replaced by vertebral column in adults. Okay, and after that from that the vertebrata is derived. So the vertebrata when derived it is divided into exoskeleton of scales, endoskeleton of bone, cartilage, breathing through gills. As we know that exoskeleton of scales is present, endoskeleton of bone or cartilage is present, and also breathing through the gills is doing. Okay, breathing through gills. Okay, breathing through gills. So it is the Pisces group. Okay, it is the Pisces group. So the main specialty of Pisces is that it is vertebrata and having exoskeleton of scales and endoskeleton of bone or cartilage, breathing through gills. Okay, and after that using vertebrata we want to say that gills in larva. Okay, gills in larva and having lungs in most adults. Okay, having lungs in most adults and will be slimy skin. Okay, it's very slimy. The skin will be very slimy. And as we know that when we are saying about tadpoles and frogs and all those things, we can see that it has like slimy skin, and it is known as the amphibian. Next one is the reptilia. Reptilia that we know as snakes are reptiles, isn't it? So in that group, what is the specialty of that group? Yes, the exoskeleton of scale laying eggs outside the water. Okay, exoskeleton of scale laying eggs outside the water, and it is known as the reptilia group. Okay, and the next one is the aves. What is the specialty of aves? Yes, it has some different specialty, that is it have the exoskeleton of feathers. Okay, it have the exoskeleton of feathers, lay eggs outside water. Okay, lay eggs outside water, and flight is possible. Okay, and flight is possible, and as we know that the flight is possible only in earth is for the aves, that means the birds, isn't it? Birds, mammals and all those groups, isn't it? And the last one is the vertebrata, isn't it? Vertebrata, in which we are included. So when we are saying about the vertebrata group, we are also included. So we want to say something about ourselves. That is, it has the exoskeleton of hair, external ears, and mostly giving birth to young ones. Okay, mostly giving birth to young ones, and which is called as the mammalia. Okay, which is called as the mammalia. So I think you have understood what is about the classification of animals, and I think you should write this also. So after that we will get into the nomenclature procedure of this animals and plants and all the living organisms. Okay, so you draw it, and after that we will get to the next section after 5 or 4 minutes. Thank you. Okay, so I think we can get into the next section, that is nomenclature. Okay, as we know that there are nomenclature is having a very great importance, isn't it? So I think why we should all have the names, you know, why we should all have the different names. My name is Christo Johnson Paramadan. Okay, I'm from Kerala. So this is my identification mark. Having my house name, having my father's name with me, and having my real name. So easily the family members can identify me, and if anyone call me as Christo Johnson or Christo Paramadan or Christo J, like that they call, or Paramadan Christo, like that they can call any names. So like they can shuffle it and call it me. So it's all about my name itself. So they can integrate that, yeah, this is Christo. And if you have any name like what we say Manivandan, okay, and Tamim, okay, and like that, what we say Jacob. These names we can see in our class itself. These different types of names can be seen in your class itself. So I think why you should have names like this. Just like I can call this a human, isn't it? I can call you a human. Yeah. If I call him like a human, how we can identify a human and another human? Isn't it? Here that the differentiation of the nomenclature is coming. Okay, the importance of nomenclature is coming. Okay, so when we are saying about the nomenclature have that much importance, and the nomenclature itself makes a different organism, isn't it? So that is the main need for systemic naming of the living organisms. Okay, so I'm requesting you to, I will give you 1 minute and write different types of animals and different types of plants names. Okay, as you know, you write some animals names and some plants names. Okay, so we can identify what is the main importance of the scientific name. Okay, yes, write it. One minute, okay? Only 1 minute. Okay. Sorry for the interruption caused in between a call has come. So as we know that there are different names for different organisms. As I know that we called lotus. Okay, lotus is a plant, and we call the lotus as in Kerala. The lotus is called as the tamara. Okay, it is known as tamara. Okay, tamara. Okay, lotus, ant, 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 urumbu. Okay, I think you will say the erumbu, isn't it? Erumbu, and this is urumbu. Okay, ant. So as we say like this, we have know that different languages have different names, isn't it? So what is the specialty of all this? When we are giving different names for different organisms in different languages, there will be coming some differences in case of organisms too, isn't it? So if we are saying when we are saying about elephant, and we are saying that we are saying about elephant, and when you are talking in your language, you are talking about different animal, we can't understand which animal you are talking about, isn't it? Someone can't understand, but as a neighbor to your street, I can so much more know about what you are saying, isn't it? So it is very difficult to understand the languages of different persons, isn't it? So when we are saying like this here what is coming? The importance of scientific name. Okay, importance of scientific name. Okay, so I'm writing here scientific name. When you are writing the note, you should write down what is the importance of the scientific name. Okay, as I said that when we are saying about different languages, it would be difficult for people to speak about same organism. Okay, so the importance of scientific name. What is the importance of scientific name? Yes, it would be difficult. It would be difficult to, yes, write or spell different organisms, different in different languages about same organism, isn't it? Same organism. So here comes the importance of, yes, scientific name, isn't it? Scientific name. One organism only have one scientific name. So it is very easy to identify the organism when we are saying about the scientific name. So it is the importance of the scientific name. Okay, so we have now that for organisms in saying that chemical symbols and formulae of scientific name for organism is the unique and can be used to identify anywhere in the world. Okay, so the system of scientific naming or nomenclature we use today was introduced by who? Carlos, okay, sorry, Carlos Linnaeus. Okay, in the 18th century. 18th century. Okay, so the scientific name of an organism is the result of process of classification which plus it puts it along with the organism sigma-oscillated. Okay, so you write it, and after that we will get into the how this actually the naming the certain conventions are followed while writing the scientific names. We will study about that. Okay, so you write. Okay, so the next one is about nomenclature itself. Okay, so what we have said is about the relating to this nomenclature. So but when we actually name the species, we do not list out the whole hierarchy of groups it belongs to. Instead, we will limit ourselves to writing the name of the genus and species. We will only write the name of genus and species. Okay, only write the name of the genus and the species. Okay, so it is that the world over it has been agreed that both these names will be used in Latin form. It will be used in Latin forms. And what is the specialty of it? The first one it will be in capital. Okay, and the second one will be start with the small letter. Okay, and having underline. Okay, first letter will be like this. And will be in italics too. I didn't like that. Like this is italics. Okay. Okay. Like this we will write. Okay. So the word will agreed that the both forms, the names will be used in Latin forms. Okay, and next is the conversions are followed by writing the scientific name. We will not write it as in the what we say in a simple way. So that's we are saying about like those things. So the name of the genus begins with capital letter. Okay, the genus name will start with capital letter. That is the first one. Okay, we should start with the capital letter. Correct, isn't it? The name of the genus begins with the capital letter. The name of the species begin with a small letter. Species name start with small letter. Okay, correct, isn't it? Correct. And after that, the third one. What is the third one? When printed, the scientific name is given in italics. Okay, it should written italics. Okay, when printed, the scientific name will be given in italics. And will be the fourth one is that when written by hand, the genus name and the species name have to be underlined separately. Okay, species and genus name underline separately. Okay, species and genus name underline separately. So what all are the certain conversions are followed by the writing of these names? So the name of the genus begins with a capital letter, the name of the species begins with a small letter, and when printed the scientific name is given in italics, and when written by hand the genus name and the species name have to be underlined separately. Okay, this is it. So I think you have understood what I have said, and I think you understand this chapter too. Okay, you have understand this chapter too. So we are concluding this chapter now, and we will get into the revision of this chapter on Wednesday. We will find out that we will finish this chapter on this week itself, and we get to the new chapter on the next week of Monday. Okay, then August 2nd week. Okay, so I think you have understood the chapter. So thank you for listening this chapter. And write the notes correctly, write the short notes correctly. I will give you 5 minutes to write the remaining notes. After we will get into the revision in the next day. That means Wednesday. So thank you for listening. Stay home, stay safe.